All right, just a quick follow-up video to the, we sent out a watch list last night. I don't think I called one stock today. I'll go over a couple of them though. That was on our watch list from last night, just to show you kind of how our chat room operates. A couple of them probably gave setups, but I left the chat room, I think about noon or something today, maybe 1. As I told our members yesterday that I would be, because it's my wife's birthday. So we went out as a family, out to lunch, late lunch, early dinner, and to a movie. My wife and I and 3 kids. And so I didn't trade the afternoon. However, did make a few calls this morning. I'll go over those, and I also have a couple comments that a couple of our members made that I really wanted to share. And they're not about me or the service. They're more about trading comments, and I enjoyed them so much that I just wanted to share them. They're great learning comments that I wanted to pass along. Okay, real quick, FTNT, if you can picture this, at one point today, these are daily candles, at one point today this was a solid red candle all the way down to almost 18. Look at how many days this was down in a row already going into this sell-off, and you had a whole bunch of consolidation back here between the 18 and 19 area, in this area, for support. So I was looking for a bounce. Now, early on, I'll try to get my drawing tool going. I made a couple bounce play calls that didn't work. All right, I'm going to try to identify them for you here. One was right there and stopped out when it got down to here. The second one, tried it twice here, was right there and stopped out. Well, this one gave you plenty of time for about I think a dime stop out. If you took the full stop out, the stop was right here and got stopped out there. So there's 2 false bounces that didn't work. And then, love the teamwork in our chat room, by the way. And then when it looked like this, one of our members, I'm not positive who, said, hey, FTNT really pushing down now. And this falls into our, you've heard, if you've watched any of our, I can't talk. If you've watched any of our videos, you know this falls into our, or you know what a PFPD is. We've labeled it a PFPD for potential final push down. And FTNT, this push here with this volume, coupled with that daily chart and the support area I showed you, when our member pointed that out, I turned the projector on and showed everybody that this looks really good. The term is on 2s, using 2-minute candles, the first break of a previous 2-minute candles high on a PFPD chart, which is what I just talked about. 1838, worst case stop, low of day. So literally any of our members that took that, and again I had the projector going at the time, any of our members that took that caught the low on FTNT within 2 minutes of the low of the day. Remember, it was 18, let me get this right again, 1838, 1814 stop, went all the way over 20. So the third attempt, it just goes to show that even if you have a little failed bounce, as long as your stops are tight, honor the stops, and then you might get a real nice setup like that PFPD there. So a real nice one for some of our members in FTNT. Again, DRI is another decent call I made that I also didn't profit from because the market sold off and I just got back out. Basically took a flat, took a small loss on it, but I called DRI, which is Darden Restaurants, right there, and the stop was right below 44. So there's the stop, and there's the trigger. Never did stop out, and it went from I think I called it at 44.15 or something like that. Went to 44. I'm not sure how high. 44.74. So a real nice move that never did stop out. Again, I keep a short leash on everything. BKS is another example of a really nice idea in our chat room that I didn't get to participate in. This had that PFPD look. One of our members pointed it out. I was watching it and I said, hey, these are 5-minute candles. And the reason I called it on, again, the term is on 5s, first break of a previous 5-minute candles high. When it looked like this, I called it on 5s, and then I looked at the spreads and there was like a nickel between the bid and the ask, and I don't like to call stuff like that because they can whip around so much. So I said, I'm canceling it because of the spreads, but if anyone wants to, this looks pretty good on 5. So that's why it won't be on the results page, because I canceled it. But look what happens. The 5s trigger 1409 and a stop at 1402. Now, when you trade stocks with wider spreads, you can simply cut your position size down accordingly, because of the whippiness. But anyway, look at that, 1409, thing goes all the way up through 15, and the stop was literally 1402. That's a 7-cent risk and a $1 move. So that was put forth in the chat, just not officially, because like I said, the spreads talked me out of making it official, but still mentioned BKS on 5s, and it really almost couldn't have been better. See if I have anything else to talk about. ROVI, I mentioned as one of our, we call it a Tokyo trade. I'm not going to go into the details of why. 2366 was my entry call. It ends up going over 24, whatever, 2430 something. And this could be a multi-day, but again, I don't hold overnight at the moment because the market in Europe have me a little spooked. But there was the grab somewhere right around here, and the stop at 2340, and a nice move there. And I know some of our members profited from that. And then in my notes is what I wanted to talk about. Okay. I wanted to read this verbatim. One of our members sent me a private message in chat today, and this is what I wanted to share. I just love this. He said, "As I was just giving our baby girl her bath, I noticed that I have changed a limiting belief. The limiting belief I had was working to reach a dollar amount goal on a daily basis. I have changed that belief into wanting to enter into the right trade for the right reasons." And that was just so astute and brilliant. I said, I wish I'd have said it. And you may be doing, and I think most of us have a daily goal, but I think the point of the message was you may be doing yourself a disservice by having a daily goal, because you think you want to meet the daily goal every day, and so maybe your first trade is a $100 loss. And so now you're really thinking about that daily goal, and you're starting to trade things you wouldn't, just trying to get to that goal. So I love what he said there. You should be wanting to enter the right trade for the right reasons. And typically, if you do that and you know what the right trade and what the setups, kind of like the passion and patience video I made the other day, if you use the patience and wait for the passionate plays, right, the stocks that really have those anomalies, those standout setups, and you wait for those, then you're waiting for the right trade for the right reason. The money will follow, okay? So patience comes into play on that. And then another member just brought up that he said, "I've learned from you with a perfect chart and entry signal. If it doesn't immediately go, get out. No passion." A line from Telly Savalas in the movie Kelly's Heroes quotes, "There's no action." And I don't think that's bad advice either. Most of what we call in our chat room should work pretty quickly. Those are the type of plays we focus on. And if they don't, I don't see any problem just killing it. You can probably find a secondary entry like I showed you in FTNT rather than take a full stop out. And I thought that was good advice too. Anyway, I've babbled long enough. I'm going to try to start sending out some of the charts we're looking at to our email list on a more regular basis, and then hopefully do some follow-ups to kind of show you the kind of setups we're looking at. All right, I'm going to get off here. Talk to you later.